I'm loving these posters, Sam. Like yesterday, you released the Karma theme single. So, whose idea was it? Like, it's amazing to see you dance like that. I think it's been a very long time that we've seen you in that form. So,
well, I think this film, it's not like it. Maybe it can raise curiosity, but a film like this, a thriller, there's no like. This excitement. It's like people are curious. People want to be challenged in terms of figuring out what is happening, and their minds are put to the test. So we just thought that the little bit of oomph and excitement is missing. So we always planned on releasing this promotional song. And the theme of it is surrounding what the core of the film is. So we try to keep it, an edgy version of the film.
Right. The song is a earworm. So how did it work with, Anirudh being on board for the single?
Well, I always wanted, just like how a film is the film is kind of a break from the usual. I wanted the sound also to break from the usual and to sound very new. And it's EDM, like the flavor of the world right now. So it's just about time that even the South and India gets used to EDM, and I think it's very new, so it'll take some time for people to catch on to the sound. But it's my favorite kind of music, electronic music. So as soon as I heard the song, I was, this is it, this is so it.
Foot tapping, even your moves were like fluid. So whose choreography was it?
This new choreographer, Yashwant, he's insanely talented. He's on D a lot, on the D program, and he does a lot of stage performances. He's just only now venturing into films, and I think that he's going to go a really long way in films as well. He's very new age.
So 2018 has started with a bang. It's been such an amazing year. Rangasthalam, then Abhimanyudu, Mahanati, and now you have UTurn, Seemaraja and Super Deluxe. So idi మీ careerలోనే exciting phase అనొచ్చా or your?
ప్రతి సంవత్సరం నాకు ఏదో ఒకటి ఎక్సైట్మెంట్ ఇస్తుంది. ఏదో ఒక విషయం నాకు ఎక్సైట్మెంట్ ఇస్తుంది. అండ్ ఈ సంవత్సరం అన్నీ ఒకే ఇయర్లో వచ్చింది. అండ్ ఐఎమ్ వెరీ గ్లాడ్ దట్ నేను ఈ సంవత్సరం అయితే కొన్ని రిస్క్స్ తీసుకున్నాను. And the risks have been paying off. One film again another film keeps coming and something keeps paying off, but they were risks when I took them. Be it Rangasthalam, నాకు తెలీదు అప్పుడు దాకా నేను అలాంటి విలేజ్ క్యారెక్టర్ చేయగలుగుతానా లేదా అని. And again, Mahanati, it was not the title role. Abhimanyudu was with the new director. So they were risks, and I'm very glad that the risks paid off this year. I'm hoping that the next few releases also I have good luck.
Not just the year, it's also the date, September 13th. UTurn, Seemaraja, and there's Shailaja Reddy Alludu. No competition though, but people are reading too much between the lines.
I feel I need to check myself into a hospital, because it's just, I don't think I'll be able to handle the stress, because I need 4 films to be hits, like Shailaja Reddy Alludu, UTurn Telugu, UTurn Tamil and Seemaraja. I need 4 films to be hits. So it's like asking for a lot. But everyone has worked hard, and let's see.
Chala interviews lo you've said that if you don't get the right kind of roles, you're going to quit the industry. Thankfully, that hasn't happened at all. So can we say that the last 2 years, the perception about Samantha has changed?
అది మీరే చెప్పాలి. Has the perception changed? కానీ నేను ఇప్పుడు I'm in a secure space that నా దగ్గర maybe స్టార్టింగ్లో ఆర్ 2-3 years ఒక హీరోయిన్కి ఒక పెద్ద హీరో సినిమా లేదంటే మీన్స్ షీస్ ఫేడింగ్. వెంటనే అన్ని వెబ్సైట్స్ రాసేస్తారు, అయిపోయింది. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ మధ్య కాలంలో అలా లేదు. with the female scripts actually working out, whether it is Anushka Shetty here, whether it's Nayanthara there, they're paving the way. Ippudu kuda Coco has clocked some crazy collections. Sorry, not clocked. I mean, it was a box office success. So I think that kalam marutundi, like it is it has the playground is way more vast, and it does not mean the same things that it meant before. So I think that I'm in a more secure space, and I'm very picky now about what I want to be a part of. So I guess things are changing.
Right. A lot of times there were rumors that Samantha is going to quit the industry now that you're even married. But then there are people like Sivakarthikeyan and Sukumar who come out and say that Samantha is a role model for a lot of people for the kind of choices she's made. So how have you made these choices? Is there any thought process behind these choices that you've made?
I think that also it is the people who I am surrounded by like the kind of filmmakers now who want to break free from the myth that married heroines need to call it a day. So people around, I'm in a great time where people around me are changing, families are supportive, so everything kind of empowers me to be better and to do better. So I think that I'm in a very I'm in the company of very, very good people.
Okay, and coming back to UTurn, you met Pavan even before UTurn Kannada had released, and at that point, did you think that it can be remade in Tamil or?
Yeah, in fact, like when I've been friends with Pavan from Lucia, and when I saw the trailer of Kannada UTurn, I immediately wanted to do the film, irrespective of the box office result. I knew the content and I wanted to be a part of it. The Kannada becoming a super hit was just like the cherry on the cake, but I always wanted to do this film.
Sorry, I'm interrupting. What I find interesting is that you said you didn't choose the film chose you.
That is with every film that I do. In fact, that is really with every film that I do. Something about the film choosing me. It's quite fantastic. It started, right from the beginning of my career. So, there's only so much that you can do, but that it always happens both ways. You choose a film and the film chooses you.
So, Mahanatilo, ippudu UTurn lo you're playing a journalist. Although the characterizations are different, they both seem to be chasing a particular thing and they start living it. So, what is it that? How was it for you to play that journalist? Did you start living that character?
Well, Mahanati was set in the 1980s, so and this is a current film. But what I found similar is always the fact that we're fighting in a man's world, and it's you always end up wanting to prove something or the other on a daily basis. So I think that's something that I can reflect with, you can reflect with, that we're constantly trying to survive in a man's world and prove our worth. So that's why it is always like what next, how to be better, because there's no one lazy day, because you don't want to have anybody say, she wasn't up to the level or on par. You can't take one day for granted. So I think like I kind of related to these characters in that way, and well, Rachna looks more like a tomboy because of her profession and because she's fuss free. She's her workplace, she wants to be taken very seriously as a journalist, and she just gets caught in an extraordinary circumstance, and she's trying to solve it. She's just a normal girl, but she's trying to solve something that's way beyond her understanding. So yeah, that's the crux of the story and how she comes out of that situation.
Right. So is there any quirks about journals that you found out in the process?
Well, about journals, probably that they have to be very, very, very curious individuals. So, like, I think, yeah, curiosity is something that they have to like, that's their trait. So yeah, but I think playing Rachana was way more easier because I could relate well, and I could just be. I could just get up, and just be like, there's no makeup, there's, it's like, I just did that to my hair, and I was ready for the shot. So it like, it was just very easy to be a real person, and it was very liberating to be a real person. Something that someone I can relate to.
Right. So we just spoke about women and in the man's world. So there's been a lot of discussions of late, Sam, about how women are treated in the industry or their place in the industry. So are there some things that are unsaid and you want to raise voice on?
Well, I see, one thing I have to say though, that when with UTurn, I realized the pressure that a hero and a director go through. Okay, I have to say that I am pro women. Obviously, I with all my heart, I believe that women need to get a better share of things. But with UTurn, I realized, that how difficult it is and how pressurizing it is for a hero to pull audience to the theatre for a film that is made on such a big budget, involving so many people's livelihoods, involving people who are putting money on the project, believing that you can pull this much and you can make them get their money back. So I've never felt that kind of pressure, but I feel that with UTurn, and I realized and how many sleepless nights heroes must have, thinking about whether it's, they are the heroes, but we see the glam side of it and we don't know that it can be extremely pressurizing for them, and they, it can be a lot of sleepless nights. Now, for a heroine, because it's not the same, it's really not. Okay, you have a flop, which means your career is not going great, but it doesn't mean that because of you people will lose their livelihood, like lose money and lose, so that's the reason why, yes, heroes earn also way more than heroines, because they kind of shoulder a lot more responsibility. And that can change maybe if we as heroines keep giving films that are box office successes, and then maybe then we can install some trust in writers and directors to roll movies just on our capabilities, and then we will be able to be in a space where what, I want to earn as much as the hero does. But as of now, I don't think it is the right thing to demand a remuneration. As far as this industry, I'm talking, since you asked me about this industry and inequalities in this industry, I believe that as of now, I don't believe that the remunerations should be equal just based on the sharing of responsibilities. Yeah. But I believe that they should change. Yeah.
But change could also be the kind of roles that you play.
So the change could be from both our side, from the fact that we prove ourselves constantly as heroines and as actresses, and bring in people to the theatre, make sure that our films are box office successes, and then we can demand for our equality in the industry. But that is a slow and steady process, and I'm very, very proud of the women who are doing it, like the Jyotikas and Nayanthara and Anushka Shetty. I'm very, very proud, and they are extremely inspirational actresses for what they are doing.
Right, and now you're getting there with UTurn, so I'm sure you're saying, the fact that you're saying all this, you're shouldering a lot with UTurn. So are you under tremendous pressure, or are you sure that this product is going to win hearts?
I would be lying if I said I was not under tremendous pressure, because I have been a part of many box office successes and blockbusters, but but they have been always a part. I've always been a part of amazing combinations, superstar actors, superstar directors. So there's never been any. I haven't really known what exactly can I pull, and what exactly I have created in the minds of the audience. What kind of trust? I can only hope that the decisions I have made in the past, the films that I have been a part of, has installed some kind of trust and faith in the audience that, okay, maybe if Samantha does it, it won't be such a stupid film. So there might be some content in it, let's go. So that's something I'm really hoping that I have created in the minds of the audience, that, you know, kind of the faith that I will not do something really stupid.
So it's gonna, September 13th is gonna be a busy day for us, because we've got to see Seemaraja and UTurn. But why this move to release the film on the same day as Seemaraja?
Well, it was, you know, it was a great date in Telugu when we didn't have my husband's film releasing on the same day. It was a great date in Telugu because we would have 2 weeks of free run before my father-in-law's film comes on the 27th. So initially that was the plan, and Seemaraja is a very different kind of film, you know, and UTurn is a very different kind of film. So we always assumed that it wouldn't be the same kind of audience coming to both films. So we were okay with taking that risk in one language. We didn't realize that it would become a risk in both languages, with Shailaja Reddy Alludu releasing on the same day. So I'm hoping my little film has some space to breathe. Yeah.
Talking about Seemaraja, this is the first time you teamed up with Sivakarthikeyan and Ponram. So during the audio launch in Madurai, both of them had so much praises about you, about your professionalism. So what is it that excited you about that project?
I've always loved comedy. I love watching comedy films, and I love watching films that make me laugh, because I think that's the hardest thing to do today. And that combination of Ponram and you know, Sivakarthikeyan, they're quite lethal. They are sure to, like, you know, bring in the laughs, and they're a package, a wonderful package. And for me to be part of that, I haven't done a film that is set in a village, and apart from that, he also gave me a character that's just not that challenged me. It was a bit of a challenge, you know, to do something that I've never done before, and I'm a sucker for challenges. So the film is, I'm very happy with how it's come out, and I'm very happy with my characterization. And I believe that it's a sure shot, you know, you don't have to think twice, it's going to win for sure.
So, Sam, you've done a lot of films in Telugu and you've done a chunk in Tamil, but is there a difference in the way you make your choices in both these industries?
No, it's very simple. The way I make my choices would I enjoy myself watching the film in the theatres. The only choice, it's the only reason why I sign a film and nothing else. I've never ever signed a film based on anything else. It's just that, will I enjoy this film, and who's the director? Basically, this has been, you know, will the director be able to, whatever he narrated to me, show it in the final product. So these two decisions has always guided me. So I don't think separately that, you know, this might work in Tamil and this might. I don't think so technically, and I don't try to be very intelligent while doing films, because appealing to an audience is touching their hearts, and I think you should think with your heart as well when you're selecting a film, and when you're doing a film, and when you're doing a character, it should all be from the heart.
Right. So it doesn't really boil down to the kind of roles that you play, or?
It's not the first decision making, the first reason why I select a film is not, because sometimes you can be fantastic in a film and 3 people will watch the film, so what's the point? The film has to succeed in the theatre, so that's most important. Yeah, getting a great role is a bonus, and these days I am picky. I want both, you know, I want the great film and the great role as well, so which is why the number of films have come down.
Right. So because Super Deluxe seems very unlikely to come to you if it is made in Telugu, but you did it in Tamil, so a kind of
I don't think anybody would make it in Telugu. Yeah, the Super Deluxe and Tyagaraja Kumaraja is like a whole new breed of filmmaking, and it gives me a rush that, you know, there's this new eccentric wave about to hit, and I just wanted to be a part of it in some way.
So I'm sure there's a lot of discussion amongst your peers about how Friday mornings are nuts, right? So especially with everything being on the social media and becoming a discussion, snowballing into, yeah. So what are Friday mornings like for you, the release day?
Yeah, it's I think it's very, very stressful. This job is extremely stressful. You know, I can't say it's not. It's just because, you know, unlike any other job, this job it brings so many strangers into the discussion, and so many people have an opinion of what you should do and what you didn't do and how you were wrong, and it's very, very stressful for sure, but it also has great perks when, you know, you get it right. So I think they weigh each other out.
So does it make you very, very conscious of what you say on the social media? Like, do you put a lot of filters?
You know, I wish I was, but I wish I was, but I'm still, you know, even after 9 years, I still don't process what I'm thinking. It just comes out. So, well, I just learned to live with the fact that I can't filter, and whatever has to come has to come.
So are we going to see Sam in a different role as a producer, you know, in the...
As a producer, like, maybe, yeah, maybe I'd like to produce maybe someday. Now, no plans as of now. This is a very new space where I'm doing these roles that are new and exciting. So I'm in this exciting phase, and that phase will come soon, I guess.
Right. Sam, we can't let you go without asking about Chair. You know, the ad that you did with Chair recently. There's so much love in it. It feels like you're stuck in time and you're making everybody jealous. So yeah, how is that phase, like, you know, working with Chair again now for the next project?
Yeah, we both of us can't wait for September 13th, so we can just chill and then start this new project. I think, you know, people keep asking me, you know, how are you working after marriage, and I feel like I'm doing a lot more better work, and I feel like so much more empowered just because of the marriage, you know. And people think of marriage like it's a bad thing for your career, but I think it's the best thing that ever happened to my career, because I am no longer, I'm so strong compared to the girl I was before, and I have a very strong partner in Chair who's very supportive and who's, you know, it's like not one person anymore, it's two, you know, it's two people as one, so that makes me way more stronger and way more ready to take more challenges up.
Right, I totally agree with you, because it kind of gives you wings. I don't know how it's for others, but at least for me and you.
It should, marriage should empower a girl and should make her way more stronger, and that's exactly what it's done to me, and I think that's quite apparent.
Right. So do you and Chair have any common goals, professional or not related to, I'm not asking about babies.
No, I think that both of us are, because thankfully we are in the same profession, we understand, you know, when to talk about things, when not to talk about things, when to give him space, when to give me a little bit of space, to encourage and support and, you know, talk about what he wants to talk about or what I want to talk about. I think working in the same profession is a big bonus for the both of us.
Right. So finally, U-turn is releasing on the 13th. Is there anything that you've learnt while doing this film?
It's great that there are no songs in the film. And I think that, you know, it's a great step forward that there are no songs in this film. And I think that I would love to do more films where there are no songs.
What is it that you want the audience to learn from this film?
There's, you know, it's nothing to learn. See, just because there's a girl on the poster, it does not automatically become a woman-oriented feminist. You know, when I hear that heroine-centric, I feel like it's a bad word. I feel like people are saying it's a bad word, that oh, some message untadi, sodi untadi. Kani, it's just a story that's very engaging that happens to have a girl in the center of it. And I promise you that this film, from start to finish, it's like edge of the seat, and even if you turn away for a second, you're going to lose something, or, you know, something important that connects the story. So it's something that, you know, will challenge you, and it just goes through genres. You know, you feel like you're in a thriller, then you're in a murder mystery, then you're in an emotional film. So it's kind of an experience, and we're not trying to drill any message home here, you know, but at the end of the day, you will come out feeling the film will stay with you for a good number of hours, and I'm sure about that, because I haven't seen a film in a while where, you know, after the film is over, you're just done there, you know, it doesn't linger on with you, but this is a film that kind of lingers on.
So, Sam, I remember a few conversations of ours where before you signed on the project, you wanted to do this film.
Yes, yes.
So are there any changes that you have made to the original version?
Especially the end has been changed quite a bit, and overall I would say that, you know, the director, it's more of an adaptation of the original Kannada film. Even for people who have watched the original Kannada film, there's something new to offer, and there's something that will, like, you know, make you want to watch this film.
Right. So is there any difference between the Telugu and the Tamil version?
No, there's no difference between the Telugu and the Tamil, but there is a difference. We've changed it from the original.
Sam, it's such an exciting time to be in this film industry, especially the last 1-2 years, the kind of movies that have been out. Do you think had you made your debut now, it would have been different, or it's just...
You're really asking me. I had the best debut and the best career that I could dream of and ask for.
No, I'm in the sense of projects.
Well, it is a great time to be an actor, simply because of the amount of work that there is, whether it's Netflix or Amazon. You know, there's so much content, and you can just you don't have to stick to, like I said before, if a heroine didn't have a big hero film, it means her career is over. But now there's so much content, and you know, you can even be picky, whoever you are. So I think it's a great time, definitely, to be an actor in the industry.
Where do you see the industry going from here?
Where do I see? I just see, you know, with Netflix and Amazon, you know, it's like there's like new avenues just opening, and I think world cinema, you know, we are no longer restricted to regional. There's no question of regional anymore. I think that aspect of regional is going to become a bit dated.
So great, Sam. It's been amazing talking to you. So finally, what would you want to tell your fans, your audience about U-turn, and why they should watch this film on the 13th?
I think that you know, that U-turn is a very gripping film. It's very real. The director is extremely talented, and he's done something quite magical with this film, and it has great performances, like there's Adi, Bhumika ma'am, and Rahul, and, you know, everybody's Naren. Everybody has put in really good performances. It's gripping throughout, like start to finish, and it's also a very short film. It's only 2 hours. It's very crisply cut. So I'm very happy that, you know, this is the first film I have a runtime of 2 hours. Yeah, so it's like, so it has a lot of things going for it. And I'm very glad for the new response to the music video and the karma theme. That's what the film is also based on. So I'm sure you will have a great time at the theatre. So please do come. It is a very theatrical kind of experience because of the sound and, you know, because it's that, you know, the edge of the seat. You want to like, you're always in that rush. So it's a very theatrical experience.
Right. Before parting, a lot of people were complaining about you cutting your hair short. So were you surprised yourself that you would do that for a film?
Well, yeah, I think that, you know, as an actor, you need to not get so monotonous and get fixed and, you know, try new things and be new people. And like I said, she's a bit of a tomboy, you know, she's a journalist, she's fuss-free. And I thought that short hair would, you know, would suit the character more and would make her more endearing and younger. Yeah.
Amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 13th in theatres, in cinemas. I'm sure it's your day and it's going to be amazing year for you. So good luck, Sam, and I'm rooting for you like always. Thank you.